Bum, 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 bum. Hey, happy mother-loving Friday. Welcome to another episode of Uncorked Poetry Podcast. I'm T, your host, and this is my guest, the ZYG808. The ZYG808, my bad.
Well, you got it right. You got it right the first time, actually.
Oh, the ZYG808?
Yes,
Word.
yes, the ZYG808, yes.
Yeah. So before the ZYG and I got on, we were talking about centering ourselves and what we have to do in this post quote unquote sensitive world. And I say quote unquote sensitive because it is all encompassing word to talk about this moment. See, this is what I'm talking about. So I have a question for you. I'm gonna start with this question here because I have the same feeling and I'm not sure if I'm evil or not. Let's talk about it. So,
okay.
A friend of mine was telling me about this kid who was at this baseball game. At a Yankees game, he got hit in the face with a home run. And I said, don't care. You earned it. It's a home run, okay? Everybody in the park was like this the whole time. How you get hit with it? You don't want to join nobody? I got nothing. Unless somebody pushed you in front of that ball, I don't care. I don't care. What do you think?
I mean, I'm actually kind of conflicted about that. I'm actually kind of conflicted about because you see, in 7th grade, I actually got hit in the face. It wasn't with a home run, but it was with a baseball. and I was out of school for not a full week, but like 3 days. Because I came in that Monday, we had baseball practice, and then at practice,
right in the face. Mm-hmm.
Right in the face. It was this eye, swelled shut.
Not laughing at you.
Swelled shut, and then it was purple for like a month. But yeah, but because I can kind of empathize with the kid.
Yeah,
having been hit in the base with a baseball. But see, here's the thing. I also acknowledge, looking back, that could have possibly been prevented because I had a glove. The problem was I had my glove here and not here where it should have been.
Been there.
Because I had misjudged where the ball was going to land.
Mm-hmm. Oh, was it a straight shot? Like somebody's throwing it directly to you?
Yeah, because see, what had happened was I was passing the ball back and forth with this other kid on the team, Robbie, and he had missed my glove. And then, so at Mashpee, the baseball field, there are 2 baseball fields. There's one that's like up on a hill, and then there's one that's down the hill. Mm-hmm. So two of our other teammates, Josh and I think Matt, they were down the hill near, like, but next to the other dugout on that other field, playing catch. We were all waiting for the coach to come out. And then I'm like, hey, Josh, just throw me the ball.
Don't throw, Josh. Don't throw.
Then Josh threw the ball. And then I got hit in the face and was out of school for 3 days and had a purple eye for a month. I ended up, because then that next week was spring break. So I went to Universal with my mom and my brother with a purple eye. And luckily the welt had gone down a little bit, but it was still kind of big. I could open my eye.
That's good.
But it was purple.
Yeah, I feel you. I got hit with a straight shot in the eye, softball.
Yes.
But I was playing catcher and they were pitching and we were just throwing it back and forth. So it wasn't that hard. Yeah. So I didn't get what you got. I didn't get that shit from Josh. Josh should have known better. Okay. I think Josh fucked you up on purpose. No.
Because like it could have been avoided if I had just put my glove up. And that's what I say about, you are right about how he could have avoided it.
Mm-hmm.
He could, just split second, jerk his head out of the way if his reflexes are fast enough, or like even just put his hand in front of his face.
Anything.
Yeah, it might hurt a bare hand, a ball traveling that fast, but You see, it's easier to have your hand in a cast for a little while than your face is broken.
You need it. You need it all the time. You need your face all the time.
You do need. I mean, especially like us, we're in the entertainment industry.
This is the moneymaker.
It is the moneymaker. Well, I mean, I'm 18 now, so in theory, my whole body could be my moneymaker. But anyway,
I don't like when I went, sir.
Yes. Yeah. Anyway.
I can see where that was gonna go. Anyway, so, I do have a question. Damn, we just jumped right into this shit. I ain't tell nobody who you was. Hold on, y'all. We got so excited, had such a good time. Let me give ZYG a proper introduction. So, welcome to the Uncorked Poetry Podcast. For those of you who don't know my guest, his name is the ZYG808. He is a 2-time Grammy-nominated producer, composer, performer, recording artist. He does EDM, Afrobeat, and hip-hop. He is an accomplished drummer. We're going to talk about that shit. And a percussionist. We're just going to get this out the way. He began playing drums at 4, okay? I was still sniffing glue. It is what it is. It is what it is. And he also had his first recording session at 7. So I think where I want to ask you first is those attributes sound like something of a prodigy. My question to you is, I'm sure you've heard that before, being called a musical prodigy. How does that feel to have that title? And does that title make it easier or harder for you to create?
Does it make it easier or harder for me to create?
Yeah. Do you ever think about being a prodigy?
No. I mean, I do and I don't really, because, when I'm like, say, making music, when I'm like, actually writing a song or recording, I'm not really thinking about being a prodigy. I'm just thinking about making music. I do. I mean, when I'm referred to as a prodigy, then it's just like, oh yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna say no, you're wrong. But, it's like, yes, okay, I fit this description. Okay, yes. That is now just, for me, that's now just one of many pieces that make up this blob of flesh and cartilage and bones and organs that you are now sitting in front of and calling Zig. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So another thing, where did you get the name ZYG808? Where does that name come from?
Well, for the longest time, it was just ZYG, and actually got that name before I was born. But ZYG, that's from the supreme alphabet of the 120. Zig, zag, zig, why God. The path to knowledge is a journey full of challenges that stand in the way of true knowledge of self.
You different, like good different.
Yeah. The 808 part ended up coming much, much later. About 14 years later, when I was in Boston and I was busking. Because like this is one of the stories I tell all the time about. I was in Boston. I was playing drums and rapping at the same time, and I had my tip bucket set up. This guy walked past and he threw like $10 or $20. I don't remember how much he threw in my bucket, but he threw some money in my bucket. He was like, "You're like Human 808." And I'm just like, yeah, I should incorporate that into my name somehow. So that's when I started going by the ZYG808.
Yeah, that's dope. And like 808,
Yeah.
Thank you. You knew what I meant.
Drum. Yes. So many people think it's the area code, and it's just like, no. I do have family out in Hawaii, but no, that's not why the 808 is there.
That's boring. I don't want to ask that. Oh, okay.
All right.
Where do you draw your creativity from? Like, how do you like recharge and get back into like getting your creative juices flowing?
How do I recharge? Well, I mean, as to where my creativity draws from, I have this thing where I actually like just hear songs in my head.
Nice.
Like, just I have like, just like a whole bunch of melodies, like, just like bouncing around in here waiting to become something, like if they ever do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it would be hilarious if this happened. Like, you ever see that episode of Black Mirror that had Miley Cyrus in it?
No, but I need to because I love Miley Cyrus.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, watch that and then just remember the songs in the head thing.
Oh God, okay. Black Mirror with Miley Cyrus, right?
Yep, Black Mirror. Yeah. Rachel, Jack, and Ashley 2 is the name of the episode.
Rachel, Jack, and Ashley 2.
Yes, it's on Netflix. Yeah.
Wait. Is Miley Cyrus' face gonna come off or something like that? Like
no.
Okay.
It's messed up, but it's not that bad.
Okay, wow. All right. She gets to keep her face. That's good.
She gets to keep her face. It's still a messed up episode because, I mean, come on, it's Black Mirror, but...
True. Kathy said, ZYG, sounding like your dad. When did you get so grown, making me feel like an older lady? And Tara said, that's deep, ZYG. I think she was talking about where your name came from. Correct me if I'm wrong, Tara, but that's around the time it came in. So I have one more question, and then let's get into your first piece.
All right.
Oh, that's a fun one. Okay, you seem very comfortable on stage. Do you ever get stage fright? Because you've been on stage almost your whole life. Do you ever get like nervous to step on that stage?
Not really.
Yeah. So like what happens when ZYG like walks up the stairs and is about to hit that stage, and the mic is in your hand and you're about to come around the curtains? Like, what are you feeling?
I guess like as I walk onto the stage, as I'm like slowly like taking the steps towards the stage and grabbing the mic, what I could best describe it as is like, how we all have different sides of ourselves,
mm-hmm.
right? I'm mostly just like, laid back and chill and everything. But see, when I'm getting on stage is when I start to transition into, it's kind of like a transition from Clark Kent to Superman. It's like, Zig, chilling in the corner, cracking jokes, talking about the problems in the world, and then, oh wow, he has everybody screaming ZYG, ZYG, ZYG. Yes.
Wow, that's beautiful, man. I used to get crazy stage fright, crazy stage fright, and then then I didn't. Just keep doing it. But I love that. The Clark Kent kind of Superman thing,
Yeah.
I
mean, plus it was kind of just like in school, I was the class clown. So, I was kind of used to, just entertaining an audience. So basically, that kind of sneaks its way into, now it's like, all right, so instead of telling jokes, I'm singing the jokes.
See? Yes. Yeah. All right. Can we get into your first piece? And what's the title?
Sure.
If it has a title.
Hold on. Let me see, because what pieces were we looking at? I don't even remember. Wait, was I supposed to bring music? I don't remember.
Oh yeah, like well, not music, but any kind of poem or
All right, let's see. Let me actually turn the computer on over here. I could pull one of my tracks up real quick.
Where. In the meantime, oh, since we were talking about the stage, let me ask you this while your computer's booting up. Are you ever chasing anything on stage? Sometimes when I'm on stage, I'm chasing the feeling of engagement, close to just being together. Are you chasing anything when you perform on stage?
I mean, I guess for me it would kind of be the same answer, engagement, or at least, I want to know that the people are enjoying, what I'm doing, and that they're at the very least, like, bopping their heads, grooving to the song.
Mm-hmm.
That's, I guess, what I'm chasing, like when I'm on stage.
Word. You ever have like you ever get on stage or go behind someone and your job is to get them re-engaged?
Like, how do you mean?
Like, let's say you're at a music festival or you're performing at an event, and let's say the crowd is happy to be there, but
Mm-hmm.
One performer's off, next performer's on, it's you got to bring the crowd back up. Does that ever feel daunting to you, or do you just get out there and just fucking slay it?
Well, see, that's why whenever I'm like performing, whenever I start my set, 9 times out of 10, I start it with everybody make some noise.
Word.
To like automatically wake the crowd up, because it's like, because like, make some noise. Man, I know y'all could be louder than that. I've been in school with y'all for like, anyway. That was me at senior day. but yeah, those.
Is crowd work something you learned, or like something you learned from being a performer, or is that something that was taught to you?
Mostly I learned it from being a performer. I mean, I'd gotten basic advice like from my dad and from like Eddie Ray of the Groovalados, like, when I was performing with them, and then they were like eventually giving me the mic and sending me out front, to do my tracks. A big thing that my dad was stressing was interact with the audience.
Yes.
And then when I started like doing shows by myself, or when I'd like attract a crowd when busking, then it's like, interact with the audience, and
Word.
Then it's basically just like, all right, figure out how to interact with the audience.
Right? Yeah. All right. Is your computer booted up? Is that a thing that people still say? Do we still say booted up?
Booted up. I mean, some people do, some people don't.
You say like charged up, or?
I mean, some of us just say on.
On. Oh, look at that. Look at that. You just say on. I learned something new today, guys.
Yes.
On.
Is it on? It's on. It's on.
It's on. Your voice is very deep.
Yes. That started actually around age 13, my voice getting deep.
At 13?
Yeah, my voice did actually start changing at 13.
That is the most beautiful, saddest point in a parent's life. Just like, oh, just all the way.
I mean, my dad was just like, all right, he's got a deeper voice. You know, soon we'll be having to beat women off him with a stick. And, you know, I mean, mom said the same thing, but she was still more so just like, he's getting older.
Right?
I mean, really, I mean, my mom's mother, my maternal grandmother, first time she heard me as my voice was starting to change, she was just like, wait, who is that? And I'm like, your favorite grandson. She's like, oh, who told you could speak with a deep voice?
Who said you could have that voice?
Yeah, you know, she was like that. I have this one cousin. She's actually in the military now, but I called her one time and I was like, hey, come hang out with us. I'm in New York. And she's just like, who is this? And I'm like, it's Zyg. She's like, okay, puberty is hitting you way too hard. I don't approve.
Pause. Don't like it.
And I'm just like, well, I mean, you can take that up with God, but you know, it's out of my hands. You know.
Yeah. My voice is starting to come in.
Yes.
Yeah.
So here's the music.
Let's do it.
Yes. Let's turn this up.
Yeah. ZYG808.
Yes.
Check out this competition.
This one's called Gymnastics. It's one that I put out back in March.
Y'all ready for this? Hey, watch me flip it on them, they will not prepare for that. Honey, it's from now, they play my songs in history class. DJ Chubby Chub got me on the mix show tonight. Then my songs deliver, you should hear me when I play them live.
Rest in peace to Eddie Ray, you know we still regrouping. Time to go and make them proud, get back to the music. Every verse I do from here on out, that's for Uncle. He ain't heard the song, but if he did, he really love it. In the vocal booth, in the middle of a thunderstorm, getting new ideas every time I go to press record. Thankful for my family, they protect me like a ninja sword, going off in flames like a glitch up in the circuit board.
Watch me flip it on them, they will not prepare for that. Honey, it's from now, they play my songs in history class. DJ Chubby Chub got me on the mix show tonight. Then my songs deliver, you should hear me when I play them live.
Want to cop a chain or maybe just get a building, accumulate the funds so that we can go and start a business. Make sure your product's tight and your partner's answer right. I just started young because I want to be set for life. Yeah, played in front of 48,000 heads in middle school. Gathering of nations, wasn't nervous, I was feeling cool. First I'm going on the road with the group of lottos. I'm a prodigy, I do not live in anybody's shadow.
Watch me flip it on them, they will not prepare for that. Honey, it's from now, they play my songs in history class. DJ Chubby Chub got me on the mix show tonight. Then my songs deliver, you should hear me when I play them live.
First time. All right.
Word.
I can play the whole thing, but yeah, that's the song.
I love that. You had a line, play my songs in history class.
Yes.
That was dope. That was dope as hell. And I don't live my life in nobody's shadow. Is that how the line went?
Basically, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In not so many words, but yeah, I don't live in anybody's shadow. Yes.
Yeah. And the chorus. What was the chorus again?
Watch me flip it on them. They were not prepared for that. 100 years from now, they play my songs in history class. DJ Chubby Chub got me on the mix show tonight. Think my songs are lit. Well, you should hear me when I play them live. Yeah.
Man, oh man. Fucking love that song. That sounds like it sounds like a summer song, which is perfect for the summer. But
yeah. What's funny is I actually put the song out in March and then the video came out in May.
Yes, perfect summer song. Yes. It has like that summer kind of, you know what that kind of reminds me of? Like that beat kind of reminds me of Juvenile. Like when he first, not like him, no, just the beat, the sound. Like when he first came out, like that, I don't know, like I don't think Juvenile started it, but he had this really cool kind of wave of riding the beat. I don't know, just like a little slower behind it, you know? He was always like a little bit behind the beat, and it just sounds so cool. Like that's the first thing that popped in my mind when I heard the beat. I was just like, "Damn, that sounds like Juvenile."
Yeah,
I like that.
The story behind that song is actually kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
It gets kind of depressing.
Oh,
but at least there's a sort of happy ending.
You made a thing.
Yes, I made something great.
Yeah.
So back in June 2020, so my first drum teacher was Eddie Ray Johnson from the group Autos. So he had passed away around the end of June.
Yeah.
Like, Father's Day was that Sunday, and then that Thursday.
Damn.
I got a call from, because my, his eldest daughter, my cousin, she was just like, or she texted me, she's like, he just passed away. And then for about 2 weeks after that, I kind of had a really bad case of writer's block.
Makes sense.
Because whenever I try to write something, I just start thinking about, Uncle Eddie, and it's just like, I don't want to write music right now.
Yeah.
So let's see. I dropped a song called Thumpin' in July, on July 1st, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, during this 2 week period while I'm not writing anything, it's like, oh yes, now I'm promoting this new single.
Yeah.
And then it was about a week after the song came out. It's like the 7th or the 8th. Because it was the 8th of July, because it was a Sunday, because that's actually where the line in Gymnastics came from about DJ Chubby Chub, because Thumpin' for the first time had gotten played on Jammin' 94.5.
How does that feel? We can come back to that.
Yeah, but yeah, because that's an important detail. But yeah, so I was actually because that whole day I was just actually just listening to old music that I had worked on previously.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just had my keyboard with me, and I was just playing around random notes, key smashing. Then I just was noodling for a little bit, started playing something. I'm just like, all right, let me record that. The rest is history.
So it just came out.
So I made that whole. So I made that whole beat that night, and then I was then up from 11 that night until 6:30 that morning recording vocals. And I wasn't even taking time to write the vocals down. I was just like, all right, this is the next verse. All right, next verse.
Is that the first time you hit the mic without writing anything down?
I mean, there were times before where I, kind of just improvised. Mm-hmm. The hook on Thumpin', I didn't actually write any of it down. Yeah, Gymnastics, I didn't write any of it down. Let me see. I'm just thinking of all of the songs I've put out, because I'm thinking, yeah, Pioneers, I wrote some of it down. Mm-hmm. And Real MCs, I wrote most of my verse down. Mm-hmm. But the rest of the mixtape that I just put out, most of it, yeah, I didn't actually write a lot of it down. Thumpin', I actually wrote down only the first verse because I improvised on the chorus, and then I actually wrote down the first half of the second verse, and then the second half, it was just all right, let's just finish this. Think of something, and then I did like multiple takes, and then like edited some stuff together, and then just yeah.
Damn. That brings me to my next question about you. What parts of your talent impresses you? Yeah, I'm impressed by my power to memorize. I'm really good at memorization.
Yeah,
like that impresses me about my talent. What about you?
I mean, I guess.
Oh, that's the question. I forgot to tell you. Like, that's the question I'm asking everybody.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that impresses that I'm impressed with myself about. Wait, that came out wrong. But anyway,
it's a hard thing to answer because you don't want to sound conceited, but also you know yourself.
Exactly. I mean, I guess the sheer amount of music that I've made, like my output. I mean, this is the thing that I appreciate about myself, because like I have basically like now a whole catalog of music that at the moment is basically just mine and only mine. I mean, some of the stuff, yes, I will share with the world eventually, but but for right now, mine. But I mean, this is the thing that impresses me about my talent, and also my bandmate / teacher Chuck B. Shout out to him. He's actually said this also, that he was like, yeah, your output is like amazing, especially for someone your age.
Yes, I agree with Chuck.
Thank you. Yes.
So I had a question that I wanted to ask you about about education.
Okay.
So, a while ago, you spoke at the Barnstable No Place for Hate listening session, I think summer of last year, fall of last year. Everything's been blending in together. It was the beginning of the 2020 school year in September. Okay, so like fall of last year.
Yeah.
Okay. You did great. There are a lot of students there. You did great. During your video, you mentioned the importance of an education and educating oneself. Where does the want for further education come from, and who taught you to take your education to your own hands?
Yeah. Well, first I'll answer the want for further education. Well, I'll go with the obvious answer to that one: bettering myself and those around me. No, I can do better than that. No. Okay, I mean, wanting a better education, I mean, can't hurt to know stuff. I mean, what's wrong with knowing stuff? I want to know stuff. You want to know stuff?
I definitely want to know stuff. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, so that's why, like, education, we get it from the right source. That's, like, amazing. Yeah. I mean, who taught me to take my education into my own hands is the next question, right?
Yep.
So, yeah. So the answer to that one, well, he looks kind of like me, but his beard is a lot grayer. Yeah, Pops, definitely. He and and while we're on the topic of taking education into my own hands, that's even why I chose the school that I'm going to, because I actually
tell us where you're going, please.
I'm going to Goddard College in Plainfield, Vermont.
Yes. Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Full ride, right? You got a full scholarship?
Well, I actually got 11 scholarships.
Damn. Yes. Congratulations. Very well earned and very well deserved.
Thank you.
Very hard earned and very well deserved. I'm sorry I cut you off. My apologies. I was just happy for you.
No worries. It's the people who cut me off to insult me where I'm just like, all right, I'm leaving the call now to go and do something else other than listen to you speak.
Yeah. I kind of knew that answer that, you know, it came from your dad, but I was like, you know what? I could be wrong. You know, I don't know your life.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because my dad, you know, in our conversations, my dad was always like, you know, the school system, especially around, you know, Mashpee, the Mashpee school system, you're not gonna actually get what you need out of the kind of education that you get there. I mean, that was even why, like, when you know, because he found out from one of our cousins, I think, about the dual enrollment program, and then he like, you know, found some like info about it and sent it to me, and then I looked at it and I was just like, oh, nice opportunity.
Right?
Yeah.
I wonder what's your writing process like? So some writers write only in the morning, some writers need complete quiet, some writers need a drink. You're only 18. I hope that's not the case. What
drink? What do I drink? What is drinking?
Water. We were talking about water.
Yeah. Well, you see, I don't drink beverages. I only drink oxygen.
I love that. Yes. Bring the air in, damn it.
In through the nose, out through the mouth.
Yeah. That's right. Just like a roast beef sandwich. Just delicious.
Yes.
Delicious. So what's your writing process like? Do you need something to write, or do you just bang it out?
Well, I need to be awake, obviously, but
I hope so.
Other than that, not. I guess something to write with. Mm-hmm. You know, I've, you know, since I got an iPhone that has GarageBand on it, what I'm able to do now is, like, you know, for all of these melodies that I have, I'm able to lay down like a basic rough draft of something, and then like just bring it to the studio, transcribe all of it, and then, you know, make something out of it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, because, you know, the writing process, you know, it's like I said, it starts with a melody, and then the rest builds itself, kind of. Yeah. Because then it just becomes a matter of, all right, so this is playing, so now what do I hear over this? And sometimes it even involves just noodling a little bit on the keyboard. Okay. Why'd this brain go off?
If you're ready, can we go into one? Do you want to do one or two more songs? It's up to you.
I'll do one more.
All right, let's do one more song, and then I have a very invasive question.
Oh, invasive! No. No, I'm not gonna say that on the air because reasons. But anyway. Yes. Oh, yes. This next one. Actually, this is one of the ones that I did back in May at Away with Words.
Nice.
Yeah,
I remember that one.
Political one.
What's the name of this one?
This one is called Glory of History.
Today, you're all going to present the quotes that you found from famous American historical figures. Zig, you go first.
Okay. My quote is, I believe one man is just as good as another as long as he's honest and decent and not a nigger or a Chinaman. Former United States President Harry S. Truman.
Go to the office.
ZYG808.
Why I'm glad I graduated.
Even if it's something that they need badly. Like,
here's the song. That came from your president. What, you don't believe me? Well, how about I say that quote again? If you're he don't think you're good enough. Nothing's really changed. That quote sounds like it came from Donald Trump. Ha!
I'm laughing cause he's out of office, but I don't have much trust for that man he took that loss to. I wanted Bernie Sanders, but I got Sleepy Joe. He's the one that's spreading stereotypes on video. Oh no, now the left is mad at me. They're coming at my neck like, hey yo, what's your problem, ZYG? I thought you hated Trump. What's up with that friendly fire? My only choices were two racists who should have retired. That came from your president. What, you don't believe me? Well, how about I say that quote again? If you're he don't think you're good enough. Nothing's really changed. That quote sounds like it came from Donald Trump.
Sir.
Yes.
First of all, I love the intro.
Thank you.
Was the voices, were all of those you? The intro?
Oh, no, not all of the voices were me. One voice was me, and the other one is a person who prefers to remain anonymous. So yes.
Okay, that's A-okay.
Yes.
Understandable. So you had one. Yo, I legit laughed so hard inside when I heard you say Sleepy Joe. Like, I can't.
Yes.
Yo, I am not a Trump fan. Let's make this very clear, okay? I'm
Me
black,
neither.
I'm a lesbian,
Me neither.
okay? I believe in equity and equality. But let me tell you, Trump can come with them insults, man. In the world of politics, which is just kind of really vanilla sometimes, some of that shit was funny. You know, call it what it is.
I mean, yeah. I mean, there are some people who are just like walking around with like, when we're driving through Vermont, coming back from like spending time up there.
Mm-hmm.
We actually, like, as we're getting closer to New Hampshire, we see these people with like these big Trump signs and Confederate flags, and this one guy has a picture of Trump with a caption that says "Miss me yet" on it.
No, sir.
No, we do not miss Trump. I mean, it was. I mean, it was a choice between death or death.
So we could die, or shit, we could die.
Exactly. It's more so you could die today or you can die tomorrow. Either way, you're still going to die. Yeah. Shout out to Medarius Maximus, the man who said that.
What's up, Medarius? He also played at A Way with Words, which was amazing. Make sure you check out Amplify Pop Cape Cod and go check out that website. Oh, yeah, I do them plugs all the time.
Yes.
So one thing I really love was... Wait, were you old enough to vote during the last election? No, right?
No, I was not. I was 17.
You were. Oh my gosh! I
was 17. You know how mad I was, right?
Very mad, I bet.
Yeah. Because I honestly think they should lower the legal voting age to 16. But what is the?
So why do you think that?
Well, I'm judging by my personal experience as a teenager in the over the last 5 years. Because my teen years was my teen years were basically Donald Trump's presidency.
That's horrible.
Right?
That's horrible.
So it's basically just like more and more young people, like 15, 16, 17, are actually starting to become politically aware, and they're starting to engage actually in political discourse. They teach us all about civics in school, and it's like by the time the kid's 16, it's like for the past 3 years, like most of these kids, at least in Mashpee, they went to DC in 8th grade, And when we were in 8th grade, that was the election actually, but that's beside the point. But it's like they take you to DC, they're teaching you about civics and everything already. So by 16, they start talking about more and more stuff like that as you rise throughout high school. And some of our history teachers actually had us like watch like the news and watch like the election and stuff like that. And some people had us, and like at least our teachers, like Miss Monteith, my 8th grade history teacher, she had us make predictions about the election, for example.
That's hot topic in high school, I tell you.
Yeah, exactly. At least can't account for people younger than 16, but a 16-year-old can make an informed decision about the leader of the free world. I mean, you consider some of the fully grown adults who we have, they have the right to vote and they can drive, and some of them own guns. So yeah. So it's like and these are. I'm not gonna say exactly who I'm talking about, but you can probably guess from whatever. But like I'm saying, for even like my peers, like we were 16, 17, like even 15. Part of our discussions are things related to politics and what's going on in the world.
I mean, they have to be. Yeah.
I mean, especially now with social media, more and more, and well, not even just social media. Why am I limiting it to social media? It's like the entire internet itself. Like, and we now have 5-year-olds walking around with iPads.
What?
I mean,
jealous. I'm jealous. That's what it is.
Well, I mean, I didn't have an iPad till I was 5. I didn't get one till I was like 11. No, I was 10 actually.
Big. I didn't get my first Bieber till I was 12. So
yeah. I mean, that was when I got a cell phone.
Yeah, no.
That was when I was 12.
No. I used to have a flip phone. We should bring flip phones back, man. I miss the dramatics of a flip phone. Like, I'm clicking your shit. Flip it all. It's just so gratifying.
Yes. I mean, some of these phone companies are bringing them back. But all right, getting back on track. We were talking about something important.
About politics and kids being able to vote at 16, which I honestly think is a good idea. I think 16-year-olds are old enough to make informed decisions. And whenever I get someone who pushes back about that, I like to remind Americans about the time we were given the chance to rename an American like fleet of an American boat ship. What do you call those things? Like an American USS ship, right?
Yeah.
So the government said, "Hey, America, we want you to name this ship because we care about Americans and we want to have your input." And we named it? We named the ship Boaty McBoatface, okay? So yes, 16-year-olds can fucking vote, okay? We named a fighter boaty thing Boaty McBoatface. 16-year-olds can vote. It's fine.
Exactly. Yeah. If Kanye West can run for president, 16-year-olds can vote.
Kanye West. Okay. I'm not going to lie. I'd like to see like a week of Kanye be president. 1 week, okay? We might all die. But the comedy before we go, priceless.
I mean,
just
I mean, given the fact that Kanye, well, he the question is, would he drop a missile before dropping this album that everyone's been waiting for?
Listen, Kanye, okay? I stopped waiting. I don't wait for Kanye's album, and I know that she talked about it on the Nas thing, but I don't wait for Lauryn Hill albums anymore either. I don't wait. When it happens, it happens. Okay, tell me when it happens. Don't fucking tell me to wait. I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's never done. It's never done. Just get it done, Kanye. I miss the old Kanye.
Yes.
Who else is the old Kanye? I know.
Well, yes. I mean, my introduction to Kanye West was, around when the craziness began. So,
You don't know old Kanye.
Well, old Kanye is basically when I'm like 4 and 5.
You know what? I don't come around you cussing, all right? When you were 4 or 5. I was like in high school. I think I'd already graduated. It's not important. It's not important. When I think about old Kanye, like what that means to me is like the Graduation album, or actually Late Registration. That was my favorite one. And when he went online on TV, right next to poor Mike Myers, just minding all of his fucking business during the Katrina hurricane.
Does not care about black people.
And everyone's just like, now this is way before before we started talking about race as a country, before we started talking about diversity and equity. This is way before all of that. And Kanye was like, George Bush doesn't care about black people. We all just like, oh shit. Like that's the Kanye I miss. Yeah. Do you have speaking of amazing albums, is there an album or a song that you can put like headphones on and just like disappear into? Like, is there a song or album that just like fucking takes you there?
I mean, let me think. I mean, there are a couple that kind of come close to having that effect on me. Mm-hmm. Where I can listen, I can just sit back, listen to the entire thing, and just be like, yeah, I'm living the life right now. There are 2 albums that come to mind where it's like, every song from front to back is like an absolute like hit. There's Daytona by Pusha T. That actually came out when I was in 9th grade. So and that was like a lot of, that was like what I was listening to.
I'm your Pusha. Love that song.
Yeah.
I like Pusha T. Okay, what's the next one?
Love Pusha T. And then let's see. Like the beginning of 10th grade was when like one of my this is like one of my favorite albums of all time, Stokely by Ski Mask the Slump God. People always
more, buddy. I don't know what the shit that is. Say it again.
Okay, Ski Mask the Slump God is the name of the artist, and Stokely is the name of the album.
Ski Mask the Slump God?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes. People always make fun of me, but I do not care. I can like, just listen. I can just throw that whole thing on, and it's just,
be done.
All the tracks slap, I mean, what can I say? I mean,
I get you. I'm gonna reload this page right quick. I have some messages saying that people can't read our messages or see them right quick. So I'm gonna reload the site. If I disappear, I promise I'll be back.
All right. Yes. While we wait.
Aha! There we go. So
all right.
That fixed
she came back just in time before I corrupted everyone.
See? Yeah. So I think you're a funny guy. I enjoy your humor. Where does your sense of humor come from?
It's genetic.
Yeah.
I mean, my dad's side of the family is just generally very, very funny. Like because my dad's hilarious. from the stories that I've heard, his dad was also hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let's see. I mean, cousin Rusty, cousin Paula, even cousin Robert. He's hilarious. Yeah, they're all, you know, we're the Peters family is a very funny family. Yeah. Yeah, because before I started taking music seriously, I actually wanted to be a stand-up comedian. Like when I was like 10 and 11 and like 12, that was what I wanted to do. Like, you know, stand-up comedy, some acting possibly, you know, stuff like that.
Huh, I didn't know that about you. That you wanted to be a stand-up comic. That's pretty damn cool. Huh.
Yeah.
So, what kept you in music instead of, I mean, not instead of, you're still 18, like you have so much more time to do it. But from the time that you started performing to now, what keeps you in music instead of comedy?
Well, I have a long answer to that question. I've actually, kind of bridged the gap between the two because I'm able to, sneak my sense of humor some way or another into my music, like into my, in a lyric, I'll like
Sleepy Joe, like
exactly, that. Or in one of my songs, I say something. You spell it out for them, but they still don't get it. They don't understand it. It's like you're rapping in Mandarin or Cantonese or some other language they don't speak. The point is, they won't get it even if you repeat. Yep. Yes. Puns, love it. But
did you just rhyme Taiwanese with repeat?
I said Cantonese. Cantonese or some other language they don't speak. The point is they won't get it even if you repeat.
You rhyme Cantonese with repeat.
Yes.
Oh, speaks. Yeah, speak.
Well, speak and then speak with repeat. Yes.
Guys. You know what? This is what I want everyone to do, myself included. I want you to write down the word Cantonese. I want you to find all the words that rhyme with Cantonese. Wow. Okay. I see you, sir. Damn. Okay.
Because when I came up with that verse. I had the flow already, and then I just thought of the line or Cantonese or some other language they don't speak, and I'm just like, that's hilarious.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm chuckling even thinking about it.
Like.
Yeah. Let me find a way to actually make that make sense. And it's like, you spell it out, but they still don't get it. They don't understand it. It's like you're rapping in Mandarin.
And like that, I like that.
Yeah.
I can't think of it. Who has like who's flow? You know who I thought about? You're so young. Never mind. Do you know who Memphis Bleak is?
No.
Okay, it's fine. He used to be part of Rockefeller years ago when Jay-Z like got really big. He had like this really cool way of rapping that's kind of a little more punchier, but I just like that. That's cool. I like that.
Yeah, because one that I'm thinking of, there was Big Pun. I
love Big Pun.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. It was in the middle of Little Italy. That one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, Big Pun, man. I fucking love Big Pun. Yeah, I mean, Fat Joe definitely, took the crown and kept Terror Squad going, but Big Pun.
Yeah.
Love Big Pun. All right, last question, and then we're gonna get out of here.
All right.
Well, that's boring. We're not gonna ask that. Perfect. So I guess the next question would be, where do you go from here? That's fucking boring. What I want to know is not just where do you go from here, because I feel like your options are endless. There's no way to tell like which road your future will continue to go. But I want to know, what is it about the promise of your future? Because you do have a promising future, more so than people your age. What is it about the promise of your future that you're looking forward to?
Well, I mean, I guess it's not any one thing. I mean, there's a lot that I'm looking forward to. You know, one day getting to put music behind some of my favorite artists, or sharing a stage, or sharing a bill, or sharing a spot on the charts. With my accolades. Why not? Aim high.
Yes.
Aim for 70 Grammys.
Yes.
Aim for 70 and win 105. But yes,
that'd be better. I feel like that's the Michael Jackson goal, minus all the drama that Michael Jackson brings, but just his determination. He was a very determined man.
Yes.
All that. All right, I made that weird.
We love getting weird around here.
Right, weird is good. That's pretty much it for us. First of all, it's the end of the show. Last of all, thank you so much. Last of all,
thank you.
Thank you so much for being on the show and
sharing
some of your music with us.
Plug things.
Yes, please plug all the things.
All right, plugging the things. So you can find me on social media. I am on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, TikTok. I actually have a Reddit account. I'm just not on it, but I'm all of those. I'm at the ZYG808. YouTube, I'm at the ZYG808. You can also find Soul Poets Records on YouTube. Just, either of those. Where else? No, don't have the OnlyFans set up yet.
You don't need no scholarship. All you need is some OnlyFans. You good?
Yep. I guess somebody wants to see my feet, but
right?
Let's see.
Well, we're just playing.
Of course. In all seriousness, though, you can find my music on Spotify, Apple Music. I think I'm on Tidal. I know I'm on Amazon.
Definitely.
And on AudioMac. And Deezer, Bandcamp, YouTube, ZYG808. I actually just dropped a new song like 4 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
How long ago was the 15th? 5 days ago. CPS Freestyle is the name of the song. It just came out. It actually produced, mixed, and mastered all by me. Yes.
Congratulations. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Holy shit balls. What is CPS stand? CPS?
Yes, CPS. It's because in the hook I say beat hits so hard, need to call CPS.
Okay, what I was
saying earlier about sense of humor. Child Protective Service, CPS, yes.
Say that shit again. Just before we go, just say that. Say
You
that
hit
line
so hard, need to call CPS. Pulling up with Cap Mac and my boy Nicholas. Got Chris Coke in the cut right here. My man D Reed's in the back over there. And we got Mills, JJ, and King. Jump on the track and we murder this thing. Speed Squad, that's the name of the clique. They want to party with us because we lit. Just took a trip out the city the other day. Finally got to perform. Turn on the radio and heard my song playing. You know that I'm overjoyed. Yeah, I'm just ecstatic. And now I'm getting back at it. Recording at 1 a.m. with no shirt on. That's become a habit. Yeah, that was the routine in the quarantine, social distancing. I just do my thing, staying up the thing, going off the dome, nothing on my phone. It's in the other room on the charger. My followers getting larger. I'm just chilling. I hope my manager ain't trying to call up. Beat hit so hard, need to call CPS. Pulling up with Cat Mac and my boy Nicholas. Got Chris Coke in the cut right here. My man D Reed's in the back over there. And we got Mills, JJ, and King. Jump on the track and we murder this thing. Speed Squad, that's the name of the clique. And they want to party with us because we lit.
God damn. Word, that was boss, bro. I love that. Like, nothing on the phone is in the other room on the charger. I love that shit.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love that shit. Make sure y'all go check that out. He's on Facebook, TikTok. I almost said Reddit. You did say Reddit. Twitter and Instagram. Make sure you check out his website, the
ZYG808.com.
Word. Make sure you go check that out. And support, bro. Buy his music. Please don't download. Like, listen. We're old enough. Buy the music.
Yes. Also, where else? Yes. Also, follow the South Coast Thumpin' Soul playlist on Spotify. And if you don't have Spotify, get Spotify. It's free. Yes.
Yeah. All right, guys. You have all the info. Please follow him on all the socials and listen to his music. It is phenomenal. And share. Sharing is caring, especially this podcast. So make sure you share that and share all his music. Yes. Thank you, Zig, for being here with us today and for sharing your talents and your very funny comments.
Thank you.
All right, folks. That is it for us this week. Remember, hurt people. So keep an eye on your pain. Stay safe. Godspeed. And we'll see you next week. Deuces. Go Yankees.
Wait a minute.